Hello, YouTube. I just want to talk about something kind of serious here. I want to talk about my experience at school since school is actually almost over. Um, yeah. So, I want to start off this by reading a note that came from another student. And basically, what happened was I was in class with them, I was sitting right beside them. Um, and they were reading their note, and they were reading it out loud. And I was sitting there, I was listening to them. Like, very quickly, I was like, that is pretty true. Yeah, it is true. It is. Yeah, and they really got it right on. They really did. And I'm just gonna read it to you. Anyway, if it says the name of my school, I will just say name of school. Okay? So, I will not say the name of the person, no, but I will read the letter and explain afterwards what they're gonna do with the letter. So, name of school. Upon upholds the motto, the warrior way. Yes, I'm actually gonna use it in auto. And basically, the name of the school is really Native American themed. That's really what it is. Alright, it's names and the models are very Native American themed. So yeah, the administrators that say that phrase represents how a warrior. That's what they actually name their students, warriors. Yes, should act. Most people would take that as the old-fashioned. Do things the right way or treat others how you would want to be treated. However, how can a school shove that down students' throats to follow when the adults don't even follow it themselves? My 4 years of high school have brought me some of the worst moments of my life, and I can truly say most of them are because the administrators that runs the school name of the school is a place where adults act like children and only enforce rules when they want or to who they want. Treatment was never fair here. This school was all about who you were or who you knew. If you were chosen to be the administrator circle, you could do no harm. But if you weren't chosen, you could do no right. How can adults preach that we should follow the warrior way when these adults are full of hypocrisy and favoritism? They don't treat others how they would want to be treated, yet expect to be given respect. This does not seem to be the warrior way to me. These administrators at name school talk about how these 4 years should be the best of our lives and become filled with wonderful memories and joyful moments. But how can this be when us students have restrictions put on us? It's almost as if we were never allowed to have fun, and the fun part is the few times we were allowed to have fun. The adults always had to be a part of it, becoming a part of our school events such as powwow or sporting events, which is fine. Okay, let me explain here what powwow is first. Okay, powwow to our school is it's it's sort of a way to donate towards a family at a school, who is a student at our school, who is going through struggles. That's what it is. All right, it's a way to donate to them and just have a so-called fun event. It's not really that fun. I went there once. It wasn't really that fun. But anyway, what they're going to do with that picture is that they are actually a senior right now. Once they graduate, they are actually going to put that screenshot on Twitter, and yeah, they're going to put that screenshot on Twitter after they graduate. Because here's the thing with our school, though. I've talked a few times on Facebook about how our school is kind of wrong. All right, I've talked a few times on Facebook, and the thing is, though, I've actually been censored by the school. By the school, I have actually been censored. So it's kind of a fear of talking against the school. So just by making this video, I can have some kind of negative effect put on me because I said something, because I brought this to the public's attention. And basically, that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to bring the issue of teachers not treating students right to the public view. You know, that is what I'm trying to do. And it really does happen. You might not think it happens because it's hidden from the public view, but it really does happen. It seriously does. And it is a big issue that needs to be dealt with. Alright? It is a serious issue that needs to be dealt with. In fact, I've dealt with this for so long. And it's a school corporation. So like they have an elementary schools. Yeah, they have I think like 2 elementary schools and a K through 8 school and a middle school and a high school. That's the type of schools that they have. And really, to this whole school corporation, I've dealt with a lot. I've dealt with a lot, and it's made me have to deal with mental distress. All right, I've dealt with emotional abuse, so I am kind of emotionally. I'm a kind of a emotionally disturbed person. All right, because of public school. All right, and really, I've tried reporting it. Yeah, I've tried reporting it actually. And basically, what they will say is that you'll have people that you don't like to work with, so you gotta learn to deal with it. Like, really? Like, why not use that excuse for students? Why do you gotta have this hypocrisy all of a sudden? Like, they do. All my life at this school corporation, they've lived by the motto. Um, what was it? Do unto others or you would want done unto you. Um, the golden rule is pretty much what they taught as a model. All right, that was pretty much their motto. Treat others how you want to be treated. That's what it was. Yet the teachers at this school, they treat students like crap. They do. They do not treat them with respect, and yet they expect to be treated with respect. Like that's how teachers are at my school. They expect respect, but don't respect back. That's what they do. That is seriously what they do. And really, I've heard multiple people before say that this school has a problem. All right, people that have went to the school, they will most likely understand where I am coming from. They will most likely understand where I am coming from. I've I've dealt with emotional abuse at this school and mental abuse, and really, here's the thing though. I've even made Facebook posts about how this school treats its students, and then I get censored by the school. No joke. I actually get censored by the school. Think about that, really. Think about how that really is on a student. Getting censored by the school. Like, really? Have you ever heard of freedom of the press? Have you ever heard of that? Because that's what it is. That is what it is. That involves freedom of the press. It involves the public to know what is going on. This is why I'm making this video, because I want the public to actually know what this school is doing. Alright, I might not mention the real name of the school, but still, this school in particular, yeah, there is some issues. There are lots of issues at this school. Alright, it is real. It is a real struggle. It becomes a real struggle. And it really is a youth right sort of thing. Alright? A youth civil right. That's what I like to call it. Because we force our youth to go to school, and really our schools are emotionally abusing our students, our youth. They are emotionally abusing our future. That is what they are doing. Alright? And I don't want this to happen anymore. I don't. I really don't want this to happen anymore. I want this to stop. I want this to be understood. I want this to be brought to public attention. I want this to be brought to everyone's attention that this stuff does happen. And it isn't fake. It isn't just something that, oh, well, the youth are disrespectful anyway. No, we're not. We are not disrespectful. That is just a stereotype. And really, if you lived in a school, if you went to a school like this, who's not to say you're going to be disrespectful? Alright? You live your whole life being disrespected by all the adults in your life. And yet, you think the youth are disrespectful? We have to deal with emotionally abusive teachers who are defended by the school. They get defended, alright? If I say something that goes out of place of the school, I get told, no, alright? If I talk to a guidance counselor at my school about me being emotionally abused by teachers, they do nothing. They just defend the teachers. Yet when a student just slightly ever defends, they slightly ever offend a teacher. Alright, they slightly ever offend a teacher, you're being very disrespectful. You are being very disrespectful, and that's what you are. You're a very disrespectful person, and you should be ashamed of yourself. But when teachers do it, it's fine. It's fine. Teachers do that all the time. You're going to have to deal with people that you don't like to work with. And really, that's the whole hypocrisy. Why can't you use that excuse for students? Why can't you use that excuse for students instead of the teachers? Just the teachers are defended. Like, that's really what you're saying there. That's seriously what you're saying there. I've been yelled at by teachers. I have been yelled at by teachers. And yet this is still happening. This is still happening in our schools. Alright. This needs to be dealt with. And it needs to be done. It needs to be done. It needs to be brought to public attention. This type of stuff needs to be brought to public attention. Alright? It needs to be brought to public attention because it is something that really does happen and the public don't really know about it. Alright? And this really is a problem that touches all our youth's heart. It really is a problem that touches all our youth's heart. Alright? I would seriously consider this a youth civil right issue. Because it really is. Because we force our kids to go to school. yet they get emotionally abused at school by the teachers. So, indeed, it is a youth civil right issue because no one deserves to be disrespected like this. All right. And really, if you talk to a student at the school, they are most likely going to say something wrong about the school. Yeah, if you say that the school is bad in some sort of way, a student would actually agree with you, but then the school will actually censor you. So if this video actually does get deleted, you know why. Because the school censored me. They censored me. Alright? That is all I want to say.